Samuel P. Fuller, age 24. Linda Mae Jenkins, age 19. Brutally attacked March 3rd, 1946. Howard W. Turner, 29. Emma Lou Cook, 17. Bodies discovered in a wooded area on March 24th. Roy Allen, 17. Peggy Loomis, 15. Both found dead April 14th in Spring Lake Park. Floyd Reed, age 34. Murdered in his home on May 3rd. Mrs. Reed shot twice, but survived. This man's identity is unknown. He was believed to be between 30 and 40 years old. He wore a white hood and was known only as the Phantom Killer. World War II had just ended. In Texarkana, Arkansas, boys had come home to their families. Husbands reunited with their wives. It was a happy, peaceful time. Until the Phantom Killer struck. For 4 months, he held an entire city in the icy grip of terror. Now, Charles B. Pierce brings this incredible, shocking, and true story to the screen in The Town That Dreaded Sundown, starring Academy Award winner Ben Johnson as Captain J.D. Morales of the Texas Rangers.
We got a cold-blooded killer here. A man who nobody sees. A phantom who, so far, hasn't made any mistakes.
Andrew Prine as Deputy Norman Ramsey of the Texarkana Sheriff's Department.
The only thing we really do know is that we've got a very strange person on our hands.
The Town That Dreaded Sundown, a true story.
Grandma, do you remember anything about the murders?
Your great-grandpa and your great-grandma lived in this house when it happened. He was the boogeyman, they said. Can't catch the boogeyman. Can't kill the boogeyman. You know, before that summer, everybody would leave their doors unlocked. And after the summer, you saw a stranger, you'd run the other way. And now, he's back.
What do you want?
Turn around. Do not look back.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
The town of Texarkana has awoken to a gruesome act of violence.
He could have killed me. He did it.
He chose that girl to be his messenger.
They couldn't catch me 66 years ago, and they never will.
People say that he was a demon or a spirit.
A soul consumed by vengeance.
We are not hunting a ghost. We are after a flesh and blood killer.
Just about everyone around here's got some kind of blood on their hands.
He's gonna make the town pay for its sins.
Some days turn out great, it's okay. 'Cause some days turn out bright, it's alright.
Again and again until you make them remember.
He was mouthing.
Man, he beat me to it. I was gonna go. Give him a hot tour.
No, we get copyright infringement.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Bar Podcast.
I'm beginning to regret giving John that thing.
Yeah, somebody take it away. I'm Justin.
I'm Billy.
How you guys doing this week?
Doing good.
And a happy belated birthday to Justin.
Yeah.
What are you, 40, 41, 42?
Very good. You're doing the math there, guy. Good job.
All right, a little bit of housekeeping. Sadly, Chris Christopherson.
Chris Christopherson.
Oh, I misspelled it. That's my bad. I was copy and pasted it from
Jackass. Country music legend and A Star Is Born. Leading man dies at 88. You know, I remember when we had the board up at work with all the names, and my boss specifically said, I just saw him perform last night. You need to put him up there. So I believe it was cancer.
Yeah.
Condolences to his friends, family, and
Yeah, and number 2 in this group of 3 will be Maggie Smith of Harry Potter and Downton Abbey. Actress has died at 89. Never watched Downton Abbey. I really wasn't a big Harry Potter fan. So I know who she is, but I don't think I've ever really seen much.
They said she was in Police Academy.
What? The first one?
Might have been.
Could have been. Could have, would have, should have.
Hard to know. I don't remember. But numero trace, John Ashton, Sergeant John Taggart, Beverly Hills Cop. It's 76.
That was cancer.
The old trifecta.
Yeah, that was
threes, and there we go.
Yeah, and we just watched those recently too.
Yep. Glad he made it into the new one.
Yeah.
To be fair, he looked every bit of 76 or more in it. So,
well, for some other news, AEW star Maxwell Jacob Freeman will reportedly play Happy Gilmore's son in the upcoming Adam Sandler sequel for Netflix.
Keep in mind that's from wrestling sites, so might not be correct, but he is in it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
It was reported by Deadline also.
I don't know.
In addition to Sandler, Christopher McDonald will be back as Happy's iconic nemesis, Shooter McGavin. Julie Bowen also returns as love interest Virginia Bennett. Sometime WWE star Bad Bunny recently joined the cast, and Travis Kelce is set for a cameo. Good luck following the late great Bob Barker, and Margaret Qualley also has a tiny part. The Hollywood press is keeping mum on the plot, but at least one wrestling official outlet, PW Insider, has the scoop on Friedman's role, which reveals something. Inside, as Mike Johnson says, MJF will be Gordy, one of Happy Gilmore's sons. We are told the Gilmore sons are all tough, crazy bastards with New England accents who have inherited their father's love of hockey. They will live out on their own and work blue-collar jobs. We are told that the script for the film calls for the sons to be seen at different ages across the film, and that the film is shooting in New Jersey through November. MJF was last cast as Lance Von Erich in last year's The Iron Claw, but most of the role ended up being on the cutting room floor. Max did get an executive producer credit on the A24 flick. Happy Gilmore 2 is expected to premiere on Netflix in 2025 or 2026.
Not even getting a theatrical release, huh?
No, it's Netflix.
No, it's a deal with Netflix.
Happy Madison has a big deal with Netflix. All their movies, all the murder mysteries.
Yeah, I think at this point his biggest hits now are from Netflix movies. Because Righteous Gem, wasn't that a Netflix movie?
No, right. No, Uncut Gems, no.
Yeah,
it was
one of those.
That was Netflix.
Netflix.
That was Netflix.
That was a Netflix movie?
And
Yeah,
so was
but
that one where he's the basketball agent?
after they released it, they did do like a limited release in theaters for it
But yeah,
to get
those
Oscar consideration.
those movies were Netflix movies.
Yep.
I didn't realize that was Netflix.
Yeah. All right. Well, now moving on to the what bullshit is this department? Chucky canceled after 3 seasons at Sci-Fi and USA Network.
Dude, they're lucky they went
love this
fucking
show.
3 seasons.
It was good. Even in the
Nothing
third
survives
season was
anymore.
awesome.
Nothing
I
survives.
think I watched the entire first season, half of the second season, and gave up.
Oh, what?
Well, I hate when movies become TV shows, because then when they come out on Blu-ray, I gotta buy the fucking TV shows.
Oh.
But now that I know that it's canceled, I can buy them because I know there won't be more.
Well, they might.
Well,
they might
somebody
make
could buy
it
it.
into like either another
Yeah, some
channel
other
or
network is gonna pick it
possibly
up.
a set of movie.
So I wouldn't give up hope yet because there was a big response to the hashtag Renew Chucky.
Yeah, because that was a solid show. I'm sorry, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
It was a lot better than the fucking reboot they did.
The reboot, well, yeah, the one with Mark Hamill. Yeah, I'll agree with that. But like, Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky were actually pretty decent movies.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the buddy, not the Chucky.
Yeah. All right.
And Hellboy the Crooked Man, skipping theatrical release. Probably a good decision in the U.S. to go straight to digital on October 8th.
Yeah, that did not look theater quality. What I think.
So if they can do that with that, why can't they do that with the Toxic Avenger?
That's what I want to know. Someone's got to release that.
You're gonna open Voodoo one day and it's just gonna fucking be there, the Toxic Avenger.
Yep. They need to release that.
All right. Last point discussion. The brand new Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix. It debuted last Wednesday, the 25th. 6 one-hour episodes. What are your thoughts, boys?
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, I mean, a lot of it makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even more, a lot of those connections now. And I mean, just the way the whole thing goes down. I mean, we don't see everything, obviously. We only get the edited versions and what they wanted to put in there and all that stuff. But just the way he talks about stuff and his nonchalance to some of it, just straight up like, no, you should not even have that idea stuff.
Yeah.
Is a little, yeah.
It definitely.
Like, I understand billionaires need to be eccentric, but
yeah, I mean, that whole rejected storyline about Stephanie McMahon being pregnant with Vince's child. No, who thinks of that?
20 years from now, the kid's fucking looking on YouTube and sees, oh, that's my mom and grandpa, and my grandpa's saying he's my dad.
Yeah. And I mean, it's especially telling when they ask them about, you know, having multiple computers in my head. And there's one doing this and one that. And it's something fun and it's something sexual. It's like, yeah, you are exactly what everybody says you are.
I'm surprised Linda's still with him.
She's not. They've been divorced for years. They've been separated for years. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that all came out with when he left the WWE the first time in 2022.
Really? Makes sense.
And I found it interesting when he tried to bury the Undertaker. When he was talking about the streak ending, and then he didn't have a concussion. He was just upset that he was losing.
No. You could tell he was not there.
Yeah.
No. And then Undertaker's like, I'd take a bullet for that guy.
Yeah. I like all those things where, you know, Vince would say one thing and then they'd cut immediately to someone like Tony Alice and he'd be like, Vince hated his father.
A Brett.
Yeah.
He painted himself as a delusional old man too.
Who, Brett?
Yeah, I mean they all kind of did. Hogan did. Brett did. Yeah, they all kind of painted themselves as old delusional old men.
Yeah.
I was an artist, dude. Wrestled.
Yeah, you were good. No, you didn't injure anybody. But yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't end his interview with "fuck Bill Goldberg."
Oh, that would have been great.
But yeah, overall, I think it's worth a watch, even if you're
Yeah.
not a wrestling fan.
I mean, it's a good documentary.
Yeah.
But
I wish we could have gotten to the bottom of the truth between him and Randy.
Yeah, they really didn't talk about Randy Savage at all. They showed some footage of him against Hogan, but that's really about it.
No, they only talked when he left to go to WCW.
Yeah, that was it.
No, I've heard rumors. I know Bruce Pritchard stated that there was something about an abortion. Stephanie had an abortion when she was younger because the Macho Man gave her a baby.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of feedback from somebody's microphone there.
It ain't
who?
me. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't hear anything.
I hear like
Like a humming noise.
yeah.
Nothing going on in my room.
The what?
There's nothing going on in my house. There's no heater, nothing.
AJ, pause your video.
Fucking AJ.
No, it's not AJ.
I get an echo when Billy talks really loud.
Really?
Turn your mic down a bit, Billy. Justin, mute yourself for a second.
Yeah, it's something from Justin's end.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Move your mic a tad.
Yeah, maybe it's picking up your headphone because it's kind of close to your head. Mine's like 3 feet
Not
away
close to
from me.
my head.
All the connections are tight.
I assume so. Oh, this could be dangerous messing with these cables. That's when shit starts freezing.
All right.
Oh, we'll just have to ignore it.
Coming attractions.
3 new trailers. First, we have Thunderbolts coming May 2025. Another Marvel movie I have no interest in.
I'm gonna watch it. I've watched them all so far. Might as well keep the streak alive. Unlike
I haven't seen a lot of them. I don't know. We'll see. It'll probably be on at some point, and I'll wind up watching it. But
yeah. Next up is A Real Pain. Looks like one of those, trying to win an Oscar type movies.
Yeah.
About real people shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Might be worth a view, but it's
It's a movie.
Yeah. It's probably a pass.
And we have Sinners coming March 7th. Michael B. Jordan. Looks like a scary historical vampire story or something like that.
Yeah.
So, looks interesting.
Yeah.
No.
Have to see more.
What, John?
No, it didn't look appealing to me at all.
John's racist. Checks out.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's not. He
I don't
just doesn't
know.
like scary things.
Yeah.
I like scary things.
I'd give it a try. I want to see more. See another trailer or two. But,
Yeah,
we'll
maybe another
probably-
trailer will capture my attention.
Yeah.
But a few of these movies that I've like seen the trailer for, I'm like, oh, that looks good. Then I start to watch it. I'm like, what the fuck? Afraid.
Yeah.
Subservice. Civil War. All right. What have we watched this week, Billy?
This week. What do I got? I got The Town That Dreaded Sundown 2014. And in the theaters, I went and saw Transformers 1 and The Wild Robot. And I watched The Town That Dreaded Sundown 1976, and that was it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, those reviews will be up.
Yeah. That's why I didn't say anything about them, because I knew I already.
I have trouble when I download them. I can't upload.
Really?
Okay. So we have to find it. Either you need to start doing it, or but definitely do Terrify. Justin, what you watched this week?
I watched The Town That Dreaded Sundown, both versions. I watched Mr. McMahon. And I watched one of the Harry Potter movies, but I don't remember which one.
They're all the same.
Nah, he was older, so it was one towards the end. The last one, or one of the last two.
That it?
Yeah. Been busy working.
Well, I've had a busy week too, but I watched The Town That Dreaded Sundown, 2014 and 1976. I watched Mr. McMahon. Only took me half a day to watch it. I watched Civil War and Idle Hands.
Oh, the A24 Civil War?
Yeah.
How was it? I want to see that.
It wasn't as good as I expected.
Were you hoping for explosions and all that shit? It was more like a social commentary movie.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I guarantee you that's going to be our future in the next 6 months, but if somebody wins the election in November, I think that's the way this country's going to go. I mean, there's one scene that like we're
You
Americans.
mean someone who wants to be a dictator on day one? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, no, there was one scene where people they're following, they're like, we're Americans, and the other guy goes, what kind of American?
American. America.
I'm a real American.
I fight for the rights of every man.
Okay, well, now it's time for a special double feature head-to-head presentation. The Town That Dreaded Sundown, 1976 versus 2014. In this corner, a hooded madman stalks the lovers' lanes of Texarkana in the fact-based account of the 1946 killing spree, The Town That Dreaded Sundown, 1976. And in the other corner, a masked maniac terrorizes the small community where a murderer known as the Phantom Killer struck decades earlier. The Town That Dreaded Sundown, 2014.
Yes, and here's the time for the tale of the tape. Release dates for the 76. We got December 24th, 1976 versus September 20th, 2014. Ratings, they're both rated R. Runtime's very similar. For the 1976 version, we got 1 hour and 30 minutes. For the 2014, it's 4 minutes shorter, 1 hour, 26 minutes. The original was directed by Charles B. Pierce, and the reboot would be Alfonso Gomez Rejon. Budget-wise, the money numbers, I'm not sure how exact they are, because Google's kind of all over the place. But I'm going to go with what I found. So for the budgets, the 1976 movie was $400,000 budget whereas the 2014 only had a $200,000 budget. And box office, the 1976 one was actually a surprise hit with a box office of between 4 and 5 million, whereas the 2014 version only did 120,459. So according to these numbers, it didn't even make back its original budget. The original is currently streaming on AMC Plus and is off and on Tubi all the time. Same with the 2014. It's on Prime and once again off and on Tubi.
It's on Tubi all the time. Tubi all the time. Sorry.
Well, because this movie really screams Christmas movie too, surprisingly. So.
Our cast of characters for 1976. We have Ben Johnson as Captain J.D. Morales, Andrew Prine as Deputy Norman Ramsey, Dawn Wells as Helen Reed,
Mary Ann.
Bud Davis as the Phantom Killer, Jim McClem as Sergeant Mal Griffin, Jim City as Chief R.J. Sullivan. I swear to God, I thought there was an L in between that C and I, and I had to double check it. Charles B. Pierce as Patrolman Benson, and Vern Stearman as the narrator. And then for 2014, Addison Timlin as Jamie, Veronica Cartwright as Lillian, Anthony Anderson as Lone Wolf Morales, Travis Tope as Nick, Joshua Leonard as Deputy Foster, Gary Cole as Chief Deputy Tillman, Andy Abell as Sackhead, Edward Herman as Reverend Cartwright, Ed Lauder as Sheriff Underwood, and Spencer Clark as Corey.
Okay, let's get the debate started. Go ahead, Billy.
One thing I want to say. How would you classify the 2014 movie? It seems kind of like, because it references the movie as a movie. So it's not really like a sequel, not really a reboot.
Well, because
kind of like
the movie was based on a real crime.
Right.
So, and the movie was shot, the original was documentary style.
Yeah.
To give it that realism.
I always watching the original, I felt like it was like an episode of Dragnet with the voiceover guy.
The voiceover guy, and then all the jokes between the deputies.
I didn't ring the bell yet. We can't stop debating this yet. I haven't rung the bell yet.
Oh.
Fuck your bell. Oh shit. What you got for that? Huh? Boy? Fuck your bell. You can't even find it. You're going to hit the wrong button first.
I found it, but right up.
It won't work.
Keep shutting off when I hit it. Okay, so the synopsises of the movie are both kind of equal. You know, a hooded guy terrorizes lovers' lanes, but like Billy was saying, obviously, the 2014 one references the 1976 version of the movie, and I believe they show footage from the movie.
Yes, they do.
This would kind of be like if, you know, Scream 7 referred back to Scream 1
as a movie.
Yeah.
About the actual events. Yeah, it's kind of strange, but I honestly kind of like that, kind of the way they did that. That was kind of unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I like the idea of the way the first one was filmed, kind of like a documentary and all that stuff.
That kind of surprised me when I watched it.
But like it can only ever be, a quotation documentary, because obviously they didn't film them actually killing the people. But it's, other than that, like, it wasn't great. Just kind of the kills were
Yeah, the kills, that stupid trombone one. I mean, that's got to be like the dumbest way
Yeah.
to kill somebody ever in a slasher type movie.
yeah,
Ugh.
it's pretty bad.
You mean to tell me if that opportunity arose, you wouldn't take it?
Nope.
No, why go through all the effort and waste of tape?
And if I was the victim, I'd be pretty pissed off that that would be the way I was going to go.
Fucking trombone, you douchebag!
And then they
pretentious fuck.
they do the same damn kill in the reboot. At
Yeah.
least the guy's partner there that he was with, at least got shot. The gun. I mean,
I think that they thought that was like the hook kill from the first one. That was their big.
yeah.
That's the one that people remember only because it was fucking terrible.
So stupid.
Excuse me. So let's talk about the way the first one shot, documentary style with like the voiceover narrator.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, did you see the
different
the cameraman that was on the train?
Yeah. And then the second one, the first one focuses more on trying to find the killers.
Yeah. Well, no, they were both focused on finding the killer.
But, it's not told, like, not shown through one person's point of view, like the 2014.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah.
So.
I know what you're saying.
Well, because the first one was supposed to be more like a fact-based retelling type situation. Whereas the second one, or the new one, or the later one, whatever you want to call it, is more supposed to be a movie. Based on a movie, based on an actual thing. They're getting just like too far down into the rabbit hole.
So,
is the next one 30 years from now going to be a documentary about this one and its effects of using the other one? And like, what's it going to be? Although, given the numbers it made, it's never ever going to get another one.
So let's talk about the actual murders, the Texarkana Moonlight murders. They happened in Miller County, Arkansas, and Bowie County, Texas, from February 22nd to May 3rd, 1946, during a 10-week period. The weapons used was a .32 pistol and a .22 rifle. There was 5 deaths and 8 victims, and the perpetrator was known as the Phantom Killer. So, kind of like much in the first one, he struck every couple of weeks over a period of time.
Yeah, it seems like they spaced it out though more compared to the original, or the actual events.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have had to.
But the 2014 one, that's mainly from the point of view of the girl.
Yep.
Jamie. How about the casting of the movies?
Well, I mean, in the first one, the only real big name that I got was Dawn Welch.
Yeah.
Played Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island.
Oh, that guy played the ranger there, Captain J.D. Morales there. He's in a lot of things. He was the only face I recognized in that goddamn movie.
Anthony Anderson, yeah.
No, in the old one.
Oh, the old one?
Yeah. Now, I recognize a few faces in the new one.
Yeah, the new one, you had Gary Cole.
Yeah. And the fucking kid who played her first boyfriend there. I can't stand that guy. He's my Frank Grillo there, John. I can't stand that kid, and I don't know why.
Who?
The one who winds up, spoiler alert, being one of the killers. That blonde-haired kid.
Yeah, the one who died right in the beginning.
Yeah,
okay,
I don't like
died.
I hate that kid. I don't know why. It's irrational, but anytime I see him, I'm like, oh fuck. He just looks fake to me. I don't know why. Just fake. I don't know.
I mean, even
he looks
Reverend
AI
Clark,
generated to me, and he's been around a lot longer than AI.
Yeah. Do you think a big name would have boosted these movies more?
No.
No.
You can't. Well, I mean, it's hard to say for the old one, the original, because who knows? But I mean, the story doesn't exactly lend itself to Shakespearean actors.
So the setting of the movie takes place on the line between Texas and Arkansas. How about, do you think this is a good setting for these movies?
Well, yeah, considering it's a place where
they happen.
Place, yeah.
I
Well,
do
the only
appreciate
setting you could have.
moving.
I didn't even know it was like I had seen something that said based on real events. But that's fucking insane. Still unsolved to this day, I guess.
Yeah, I think the killer's probably dead by now. Be my
I'd
guess.
imagine so. And to get away with it, he must be fucking happy. Do the stories appear similar or are they different?
No, they're
definitely
They're
different.
similar in a way that he's copycatting.
Yeah.
He's copycatting, so.
But much like the Child's Play remake we spoke of earlier, it was the same concept, but it was so different in many ways that it does make it like a different movie.
Yeah, it is. It's not the same movie. You can't call this a reboot or a remake. It's something totally different.
It's its own thing.
That's right.
I want to know what made it so popular that it fucking boasted a $4.5 million box office.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it was big on the drive-in circuit. You'll have to get Joe Bob and ask him.
I mean, it's 1976. These kind of horror movies were.
Yeah.
This is when they were starting to really pump them out like that.
So I was looking at the trivia for these movies.
Right.
And there was a review that somebody put, let's see if I can find it, Accidental Slasher. 2 years before this film, the granddaddy of your typical slasher films, Black Christmas, was released, but it wasn't until Carpenter's Halloween that triggered the whole thing in the 1980s. So this could be one of the first slasher films in its time.
Yeah. Although technically, I mean, slashers typically don't use guns. That was kind of like one of his main things.
All right, how about the movie lengths? 76 was an hour and 30 minutes, and 2014 was 4 minutes shy of that.
Yeah, length wasn't an issue.
Yeah. Perfect in between some soccer games.
Yeah. Kind of already talked about some of the noticeable differences between these two movies.
Yeah.
Was there a long enough period in between the two movies?
I would say so. Like 30 years.
Oh God.
It definitely. Which of the two had better kills?
I think the remake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the new one only because of the way Gary Cole died.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then like the guy on the railroad tracks being all.
And the girl jumping out the window and then running to the car.
Yeah, that was a pretty gnarly thing too. I just think, I mean, the newer movie is just going to have better effects just because.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think the remake had the better kills.
Grandma getting hacked up at the gas station.
Yeah. She wasn't hacked up, she was shot.
Yeah. They look like hack up. I just looked up. Oh, somebody's having a heart attack. Which was the better story, in your opinion?
I thought that I really liked the remake more than I did the original.
Yeah.
I just thought it was such a unique idea to do it that way, and it just I felt like the kills were better, and it was just had me more overly invested. I had trouble like trying to pay attention to the '76 one because I think the narrator was a little droll. It was kind of made the movie a little boring.
Felt like
Your
I was in
favorite scene
school.
for each one?
Favorite scene for each one? Well, from the original, I got to go with the chase at the end where they're shooting each other through the train, and you see the cameraman on the back of the train drive by. That sticks out in my mind. In the remake, I think I like the gas station scene there. The grandmother gets it.
So the thing that
That's
sticks
pretty
out
cool.
for me from the first one is when the cop car goes into the lake.
Yeah.
In the lake. How come nobody put a sign end of road?
Yeah. That was the director who was driving that too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Charles B. Pierce played Patrolman Benson.
And then the second one,
like
I
the
like
comic
when
relief.
the girl jumps out the window. And
Yeah, that made me wince.
yeah,
That got
broken
a wince
bones.
out
I
of
don't
me.
need to see that.
Yeah, especially sticking out like that.
Which killer was scary or more menacing?
The 2014 one, but then again, there were two. Turns out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of silly. That part I didn't really like. I could have stuck
Yeah,
with just the one that guy died.
all this talking. Too much talking in the second one from the killer.
Killer's death. I mean, that was a little twist at the end when you think that her boyfriend's dead.
Yeah, and he comes back and he's one of the killers, and then the other killer kills him, and then the girl kills the killer.
Yeah. All right. So which one had the better ending?
The new one.
Yeah,
2014.
Yeah, I think it wrapped it up a little more better than the original did.
Well, the original one, the guy
was
got away, so I
unsolved,
mean,
yeah. But
they never caught him.
It was hard to pay attention during the. I like the graininess of the movie because that's how it was back in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the 2014 one was grainy. Kind of like how they do with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
It might have been a little better. But
I take it this one, the remake didn't get a very wide release considering the budget and the box office numbers.
no, sure. Probably just down in Texarkana.
You're probably right. It's probably about the only area that had it. I mean, seems to be doing okay on streaming. It's all over the place. And
2014. Where was I in 2004? I was home in 2014.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it till it came out on Blu-ray, which the Blu-ray came with the original version also.
Of course, you just had James. James.
Yeah, this would have been 2 years before Hunter. All right. Who wins this fight? 1976 or 2014? Overall.
People who didn't watch either. I mean, 2014.
2014, I think, was the better movie.
Ease.
Gone.
Yeah, 2014. All right, Justin, you want to do some ratings?
I suppose Well, for 1976, IMDb says 6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes says 42%. Letterboxd says 2.9. What say you, John?
Let's see. I gave 1976 3 stars and 2014 3.5.
I didn't ask for both of them. I only asked for 1976.
Oh, 3.
Shusha. Billy?
This 1976 one I give about 2.5.
Okay, and I give it 2 3/4. So there we go. 2009, IMDb gave it a 5.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, 66% out of 10. And Letterboxd, a 2.8 out of 5. What say you, John?
3.5.
Billy?
3.
I went with 3. So there you go. Those are our ratings of these wonderful, wonderful films. Next week, oh boy, are you ready? We're going to go back to this head-to-head with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, celebrating its 50th anniversary from 1974, going up against the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, finally able to drink,
That's what I was going to
21
say.
years old.
Yay. Hopefully I get to see the 50th one in theater because it's playing Wednesday and Sunday. So I kind of want to see it. And it's just finding the time.
It'll be nice to hear John Larroquette's voice again.
Watch Night Court.
Have you guys seen the new Dark Sky Blu-ray release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre? It comes with a chainsaw, like a replica of the one that he uses.
Nope,
oh.
I've not.
All right, that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining us today.
Before we go, find us on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcast, and most places you listen to podcasts.
And don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated on future episodes and join the conversation. You can find us on X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at movie_bar_pod and at the Movie Bar Podcast on Facebook.
Let us know which one you think is better if you've seen both of them. I think a lot of people have. Until next time, keep the popcorn popping and the rails rolling, and we will catch you next time on the Movie Bar Podcast.
Why hasn't anybody made anti-social media yet?
You should get on that, Justin. You'd probably be very popular with the introverts.
I'm pretty sure it's just Reddit.